everybody, Man Mike. We're not doing the music rant. We're going to wait till next season to do that one. But this is the season finale of Man Mike's Rants. I'm going to be doing this a little bit differently than I normally do. This is about the Twilight series. How much I fucking hate that series. How much the guys fucking hate the series. Because we're really going to tear this fucking movie apart and do it that way. We're just going to really destroy this fucking movie. And we're going to tell everybody how stupid they really are to even watch this stupid fucking movie. Because I hate this goddamn movie. I hate the whole series of this goddamn movie. So, as starting this off as a rant show, I'm going to interview each individual person this time. Because like I said, this is different. I wanted to try something new out. See where this takes us. And if you guys don't like it, we'll go back to the same old premise as usual. Without further ado, we're going to start off with Tony.
Hey everybody, this is Tony. I don't want to offend anybody out there because I actually know someone who actually likes Twilight. Who knows why, but they do. I have nothing against anybody who actually does like Twilight, but I want to get out my impressions of it and tell people why I don't like it. And let me also say that I haven't seen any of the movies, so I can't honestly say if they suck or not, but from what I've seen and from what I heard from other people they do, I would just like to say that my biggest problem with the Twilight series is these so-called vampires and werewolves aren't real vampires and werewolves. They're fake vampires and werewolves. Vampires and werewolves both start off as horror fictional characters, and somehow they became romanticized into these creatures that aren't really vampires or werewolves. For one thing, vampires don't sparkle in the sun. With the werewolves, they turn completely into wolves, and they're not, half man, half wolves, which I think they should be. As for the writer, the creator of these so-called werewolves and vampires, one of her big problems is she's not very creative. That's just my opinion. And what she did was she grabbed onto a popular character in fiction of werewolves and vampires, because everybody knows what a werewolf is, everybody knows what a vampire is. So you don't have to explain what they are. So you got an already set character out there that everybody knows who is. So I'm saying that she's not creative enough to come up with her own monsters. So she grabbed other people's monsters and turned them into something completely different, which doesn't resemble a werewolf or a vampire at all, instead of creating her own monsters. Which I would have had more respect for her if she created her own monsters, instead of stealing from others, which is what I think she's doing. Why couldn't she create her own and called it energy suckers or life suckers or something like that? Or just don't call them vampires, because that's not what they are. They're not vampires. Don't call them werewolves, because that's not what they are. Some people have changed the vampire myth, and some people do all these things to it, and you got all different kinds of vampires. Say, for example, Blade. Blade 2, they came up with another vampire, and they didn't call it a vampire. It was something different. It was like the next evolution of vampires, and they called it something different because it was something different, because it wasn't a vampire. If a vampire is a vampire, you call it a vampire. If you don't see an apple and you call it an orange, and that's the thing, is that there's vampires, and then there's these creatures, and then they're just like apples and oranges. They're completely different, and you can't really call something if it's not something. And that's my biggest problem, and that's pretty much all I have to say about Twilight. And I'll give it over to Robin.
Damn! Way you hit them little teeny boppers, Tony. Everyone, RK Stud here. The reason I have a problem with Twilight is for the simple fact of they have these vampires and they're very emo, and stay away from me, you're like heroin to me. And they're in the sun during the day. They don't twinkle or sparkle or anything like that. Vampires do not go out during the day. Werewolves don't change into wolves during the day. It's at moonlight, and you have this little innocent little creature named Belle. She's torn between the vampire and the so-called werewolf, and everyone's teaming up. And as far as Tony's saying, the writer, she's not very creative. She just took emo kids, she took horror monsters, and she took romance, and mishmashed them together. And now you have this sensation that just doesn't need to be a sensation because it's all ridiculous. I've seen Twilight and I never thought there would be a movie worse than John Cena and the Marine. I wished I had my money back. I wanted my 2 hours back from this bull crap. And for everyone that's so hooked into this, well, guys, if you need to go with the chick to go watch it, fine, do yourself a favor and get laid after the movie immediately. And then dump her ass. This Twilight series is nothing but just hula and Baby Gaga and everything that's not vampire. Now you got this stupid show on CW, The Vampire Diaries, which is a copycat of Twilight. And that doesn't need to be on my TV either. And that's about all I'm going to say, because if I say any more, I'm going to be cussing these little teens out for being stupid and idiotic for believing in this crap.
Yeah, I don't like this series either. I hate this fucking series with a passion. Anything to rape and pillage what we call vampires and werewolves in this series, that's what it is. It's raping and pillaging this franchise and destroying it. That's basically what you're doing. You're destroying this fucking franchise for all the rest of us who actually like watching vampires suck blood out of people, who actually like werewolves basically cutting you and gutting you fucking open and shit like that. That's what I like. I don't want to see this shit. You think I want to see vampire hanging out with a human? He would have fucking ripped her fucking throat out the minute he met this girl. He would have been like, "Come here, bitch, I'm gonna eat you." Ugh. You know, basically that's what he should have done. Suck the fucking blood and get it over with. There's no reason for this shit. This is gay. This is stupid. It's dumb as fuck. You know, and I have no respect for this writer whatsoever. Now you're getting all these girls all up in a whole big thing over nothing. This is what, gonna be what, 3 fucking movies now? Oh my god, somebody shoot me now. Shoot me now! Come on. There's no reason for this Twilight series to even be around. Let alone the books. I would, if it were up to me, I'd start up a big old bonfire, throw every last one of those fucking books on the goddamn fire and just watch them burn into oblivion. You know, there's no reason for this crap. Why don't you guys go watch the remake of The Werewolf or some shit like that? That was at least entertaining. At least I got to watch the werewolf tear some people apart. I actually got to see some limbs flying about. I actually got to watch a head go off of somebody. That's what I liked. That's what a werewolf is. That's what it is. That's what they are supposed to be. Vampires the same thing. They don't give a shit about people that they love. They just want blood. That's what vampires really do. Or if you want a change of pace, go watch the Underworld series. I watched all 3 movies. I really enjoyed them. There's a different take on it, but at least you knew that they were going to kill each other. That's what that's supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be about these adults turning into these small little werewolves when that's not really a werewolf. A werewolf is supposed to be like the Wolfman. It's supposed to stand up 6 or 7 feet tall with claws and have a face like a fucking werewolf and shit. Come on. This shit's stupid. And you know, I officially am gonna ban this movie. And if any girl I date wants to go see this movie, I can tell her she can go see it herself. I don't want to see it. I sure as hell never want to see it, ever. Tired of seeing these stupid people actually falling for this shit that says, "Oh, that's so romantic, that's so cool." You know, he fell in love with her, he gave up his, you know, fuck you. Fuck you. It's just like any other romance movie, full of bullshit. It's full of bullshit. Like I said, he would have ripped her fucking throat out the minute he met her if that was a true vampire movie. It's not a vampire movie. If he was a real vampire, he would have done it right there. But he's not. He's an emo motherfucker who dresses like a vampire and he likes to wear sparkly shit on his body. It has nothing to do with the sunlight. He just threw that shit on. Threw on some fake fucking teeth. Say, "Ooh, I'm going to fall in love with somebody today. I'm going to make her believe I really am a vampire." Ooh, come on. This is ridiculous. This is gay. It's stupid. It's dumb. Let's give this shit a rest, shall we? Come on. Well, watch me. I'm going to throw this shit on me today. See what happens. See if I can get laid. Oh, yeah. That's basically all it's for. I bet you in the next movie she'll find out, "You're not really a vampire? Did you lie to me?" "Yeah, baby, I lied to you. I wanted to get laid. I wanted to get up in that ass. That's all I want. That's all I really need." It's time to get rid of this. This is exactly what I've been talking about. for this past season about this shit. This is exactly what I was talking about. This kind of shit ruins other movies. This kind of shit ruins things for people like us. People who actually enjoy movies, not going to movies to go throw the fuck up in the bathroom. Because I don't feel like puking in the bathroom for a fucking 20 minutes. You know, come on. These movies ain't worth going to go see, and they're not worth the money that they've been created for. So, you know what? Fuck you, Twilight. Fuck you, the series, really hard. I hope that someday somebody will destroy your ass in the movies. I hope somebody comes out with a better vampire movie than this crap that we got out now. Is this what we've all boiled down to? Turning vampires into romantics? Gay, stupid, dumb. Give me a fucking break. Fucking make me sick. Everybody, Madman Mike, out.